April 1912. Behind locked doors on C deck, second-class passengers settled into cabins they believed would carry them safely to New York. Teachers, clergy, small business owners, ordinary people pursuing dreams. Those doors stayed closed for over a century. Today, we finally open them. Welcome to Titanic's forgotten world. Quick question before we go further. If you were offered a free second-class ticket on Titanic, would you board? Knowing what we know now, could you step onto that ship? Comment below. If you're as captivated by these forgotten stories as I am, smash that like button and subscribe. We're about to go even deeper into the Titanic's hidden world. Let's continue. Inside Suite C78, we find traces of ordinary luxury: a private wash basin, storage wardrobe, berth beds for families. These amenities separated second class from steerage considerably. Moving along C-deck corridor, we explore adjacent Suite C80, more severely damaged. Second-class passengers shared bathroom facilities. A luxury compared to steerage, but modest beside first-class private baths. Personal effects scattered across floors tell intimate stories. Shoes, suitcases, dishes. These connecting doors allowed families to book adjacent suites, creating small private areas. Each detail reveals the careful social hierarchy Titanic's designers built into her very structure. The shared second-class bathroom facility reveals stark realities of 1912 ocean travel. Multiple passengers used these communal sinks and toilet stalls. The bathtub, a genuine luxury for second class, shows how White Star Line marketed comfort across classes. Moving deeper into C-deck corridor, structural damage intensifies. Ceiling collapses reveal where D-deck above has crushed through. Navigation becomes treacherous as Titanic's slow disintegration accelerates in these interior passages. After navigating dangerous corridor collapse, we discover Suite C86, remarkably well preserved. Here we see second-class accommodations as they appeared in 1912. Arranged furniture, wall-mounted reading lamp, recognizable room layout. This suite's preservation offers a rare glimpse into passenger experience. The wooden chair, though deteriorated, stands where someone last sat over a century ago. These intimate details connect us directly to individuals who called this small cabin home during Titanic's brief voyage. Suite C86 reveals family travel accommodations. The upper berth ladder shows how parents and children shared these compact spaces. Personal luggage beneath the bed, remarkably intact porthole glass, arranged furniture, all document the moment these passengers left for dinner that final evening. As we exit this time capsule, the contrast strikes powerfully. C86's preservation makes the corridor's deterioration seem more severe, more haunting. History preserved meets history, dissolving. Deeper into C-deck, we discover the second-class library, a cherished amenity where passengers read, wrote letters, and socialized. Complete collapse has transformed this intellectual sanctuary into debris field. empty bookshelves where volumes once stood, overturned reading tables, scattered chairs, all document the violent forces that overcame Titanic. Every book dissolved decades ago. Knowledge returned to ocean. Only wooden frameworks remain, testament to what passengers valued during voyage. The library's window wall once offered ocean views while passengers read. Writing desks where letters home were penned, never to arrive. We continue aft toward the second-class smoking room, gentlemen's domain, where men gathered apart from families. Ornate doorway indicates this space's social importance. Smoking rooms were masculine retreats across all classes, places where men discussed business, politics, and the day's events over cigars and whiskey. The second-class smoking room reveals spaces of masculine comfort. Bar counter where stewards served drinks, leather armchairs arranged for conversation, decorative wall panels suggesting refined taste, glass bottles scattered behind bar, whiskey, brandy, port remind us this was social hub. Here men escaped family obligations briefly, discussed voyage progress, shared business cards, made connections. These collapsed leather chairs held lawyers, shopkeepers, engineers. Now silence replaces conversation. Pressure replaces cigar smoke. Card tables where friendly games passed evening hours. The ornate fireplace, not functional at sea, but suggesting home comfort. Decorative ceiling plasterwork, showing White Star Line's attention to second-class details. Window alcoves offering private conversation spaces. As we exit the smoking room, we've documented a complete social environment where second-class men gathered separate from women and children. These artifacts preserve not just objects, but social structures, gender divisions, and cultural norms of 1912 society. The second-class main staircase connected C deck to D deck, allowing passenger movement between levels. Ornate wooden balustrades and decorative newel posts show White Star Line didn't neglect second-class aesthetics. Descending these stairs, we follow paths passengers took daily. D-deck corridor appears narrower, more confined, closer to Titanic's waterline. Structural stress increases with depth. The ship's disintegration accelerates in lower decks, where pressure and proximity to seafloor intensify decay. We enter increasingly dangerous territory. D-deck suites show advanced deterioration from waterline proximity and pressure. Brief glimpse into crew corridors reveals stark contrast. Narrow bunks stacked 3 high, utilitarian metal lockers, no comfort amenities. Crew members who serviced second-class passengers lived in conditions closer to steerage than to those they served. This architectural hierarchy reinforced social divisions. The invisible workers who maintained passenger comfort inhabited hidden parallel spaces throughout ship. Now both worlds decay together under Atlantic's pressure. The second-class dining saloon, where 300 passengers gathered for meals. Tables still set as if awaiting diners. White Star Line porcelain, silverware bearing company markings, arranged place settings frozen in time. Passengers dressed formally for dinner here, shared meals with strangers who became friends, celebrated voyage milestones. This communal space reinforced second-class community. Now collapsed ceiling and scattered furniture transformed dining room into a haunting reminder of interrupted meals. Conversations ended mid-sentence. Behind dining saloon, service areas reveal operation scope. Serving stations where stewards collected meals from galleys below. Pantries storing thousands of plates, glasses, bottles, supplies for feeding hundreds daily. Wine glasses still hanging from racks, bottles preserved in darkness. These service spaces were passengers' glimpse behind scenes. As we exit the dining saloon, we've documented second class's social heart, where community formed over shared meals. Now we venture deeper toward ships' mechanical systems and crew spaces. Descending to E-Deck, we encounter the physical manifestation of Titanic's class system, a locked gate barring third-class passengers from second-class areas. These barriers weren't just symbolic, but literal barriers, preventing movement between social strata. Beyond the gate, conditions change immediately. Plain walls, basic furnishing, metal bunks stacked 4 high. Same ship, parallel worlds. Second-class passengers enjoyed comfort. Third class could only imagine. This architectural segregation would prove deadly when emergency came. Returning to second-class E-Deck territory, we discover doorways into Titanic's mechanical heart. Beyond passenger spaces lay complex industrial systems, miles of pipes delivering steam, fresh water, waste removal. Engine room access corridors reveal the ship's true nature. Not floating hotel, but massive machine. These industrial spaces, never seen by passengers, employed hundreds of crew. Firemen, engineers, trimmers worked in sweltering conditions maintaining systems that created passenger comfort above. 2 ships coexisted. We enter Titanic's boiler rooms, inferno spaces where 200 firemen worked 4-hour shifts feeding coal into 29 boilers. These massive cylinders generated steam powering engines and electrical systems. Stoker platforms where men labored in heat exceeding 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Coal bunkers still containing fuel from 1912. This was Titanic's hellish heart, invisible to passengers dining above. Every comfort second class enjoyed required men working these brutal industrial conditions. The contrast between worlds becomes overwhelming. Returning from Titanic's industrial depths, we ascend back toward passenger decks. Having witnessed the brutal boiler rooms, second-class suites appear luxurious by comparison. This ship contained multitudes, comfort and suffering, luxury and labor, social barriers and shared fate. We move toward our final exploration area, a less deteriorated D-deck section, where preservation offers closing glimpse into second-class passenger experience. Our journey through locked doors nears completion. One final discovery awaits. Suite D44 represents extraordinary preservation, a time capsule where decay has proceeded slowly. Furniture arranged as passenger left it, personal effects apparently in place, even window glass intact. This suite captures second-class experience more completely than anywhere else explored. Here we see not just deterioration, but preservation. Someone called this cabin home for those few days. Their arrangements, their choices remain visible. Time slowed in this particular chamber. Every detail in Suite D44 speaks to preservation miracle. Intact ceiling, complete wardrobe, recognizable washstand. This chamber resisted decay processes, consuming surrounding spaces. Why this particular suite remained protected remains mystery. As we exit this time capsule, the contrast with deterioration elsewhere becomes profound. D44 showed us what was, while surrounding spaces show what's becoming. Both states coexist in Titanic's present reality: preservation and dissolution, memory and forgetting, history and nature, all suspended together in cold Atlantic darkness. Our exploration concludes as we exit Titanic's interior back into Atlantic waters. Viewing the ship externally again, we see hull sections that contained worlds we've explored. Behind those deteriorated plates lay suites, corridors, social spaces now documented. Second-class passengers occupied this midship section, neither privileged first-class luxury nor challenged the third-class hardship. They inhabited middle ground, comfortable but modest, privileged but not elite. Their spaces told stories of ordinary people on extraordinary voyage. Viewing Titanic's hull externally, we comprehend scale of spaces explored within. Those deteriorated plates contained entire community, 250 second-class passengers living, dining, socializing in carefully designed spaces. As we ascend away from wreckside, Titanic diminishes below, returning to Atlantic darkness. Our exploration documented locked doors finally opened, forgotten suites revealed, hidden spaces made visible, second-class passenger stories preserved in architectural memory deserve remembrance. Their journey, though interrupted, continues through documentation, preservation, and respectful exploration. We leave them to eternal rest beneath Atlantic waves,